Hello, this is Vega Pantry, and today we will be doing a new chapter called Lesson number 5, The Summit Within. First, we will go through the reading of the paragraph and explanation of the chapter line by line. Now, before you read, Major HPS Ahluwalia was a member of the first successful Indian expedition to Mount Everest in 1965. How did he feel when he stood on the highest point in the world? Let us hear his story in his words, climbing the summit, and then the more difficult task of climbing the summit within. Through the introduction of the chapter, Major H.P.S. Ahluwalia, the full name is Haripal Singh Ahluwalia, was a member of the first successful Indian expedition to Mount Everest in 1965. In this lesson, he has talked about his experience of climbing the world's highest summit. He tells the reader how physically tired he was when he reached the Everest. He felt humbled, joyful, and also sad at the same time. Also, he was very thankful to God. After talking about climbing the physical summit, he also talked about the task of climbing the summit within. Okay, first paragraph. Of all the emotions which surged through me as I stood on the summit of Everest, looking over miles unbroken view of the whole region below us, the dominant one I think was humility. Humility is the quality of being humble. The physical in me seems to say, thank God it's all over. However, instead of being jubilant, jubilant means overjoyed, there was a tinge of sadness. Was it because I had already done the ultimate in climbing and there would be nothing higher to climb and all road hereafter would lead down? By climbing the summit of Everest, you are overwhelmed by a deep sense of joy and thankfulness. It is a joy which lasts a lifetime. The experience changes you completely. The man who has been to the mountains is never the same. Okay, we will continue the explanation part till here. In the years 1965, the expedition to Mount Everest was the first successful expedition. Edmund Hillary and Major Ahluwalia were also a part of this expedition. This chapter is a remnants of his expedition by Major Ahluwalia. He says that standing on the peak of Mount Everest, he felt humbled and joyful. He felt that his joy will remain with him through his entire life and was thus thankful to God. Also, he was sad somewhere, though, though he was not sure about the reason. He thought that it was because now there was no higher peak to climb. Here we will continue with the reading part. As I look back at life after climbing Everest, I cannot help remarking about the other summit, the summit of the mind, no less formidable. Formidable means tough or challenging and no easier to climb. Even when getting down from the summit, once the physical exhaustion. Exhaustion means a state of extreme physical or mental tiredness had gone. I began asking myself the question why I had climbed Everest. Why did the act of reaching the summit have such a hold on my imagination. I was already a thing of the past, something done yesterday. It was already a thing of the past, something done yesterday. With every passing day, it would become more remote. And then what would remain? Would my memories fade slowly away? Okay, we will. The explanation of this part. He believes that a man who has been to the mountains is never the same. He further talks about climbing the summit of the mind once he had climbed the summit of Everest. As soon as he got rid of the physical exhaustion, his mind started wondering as to why people climb mountains. Most people would simply say because it is there, but the author had a more personal answer to the question. He had always been fascinated by the mountains and would get miserable on being away from them. He mentions how the obstacles in climbing a mountain are physical. All these thoughts lead me to question myself as to why people climb mountains. It is not easy to answer the question. The simplest answer would be, as others have said, because it is there. It presents great difficulties. Man takes delight means happiness, in overcoming obstacles. Obstacles meaning hurdles. The obstacles in climbing a mountain are physical. A climb to a summit means endurance. Meaning of endurance, the ability to do. Persistence means continuous and willpower. The demonstration of these physical qualities is no doubt exhilarating. Exhilarating means to make someone feel happy and full of energy, as it was for me also. Now, here I will continue with the explanation of this paragraph. In spite of climbing the summit, he thinks that there is also another summit that we need to climb. It is the summit of our mind. As his observation, as per his observation, he said that a person requires three qualities to climb any summit: endurance, the capacity to withstand; persistence means prolonged existence; and willpower be these three qualities which a person needs to overcome the obstacles of his life. Every person thus enjoys overcoming these obstacles. Now we will continue from this paragraph. I have a more personal answer to the question. From my childhood, I have been attracted by mountains. I had been miserable. Miserable means sad or unhappy, lost when away from mountains, in the plain. Mountains are nature at its best. Their beauty and majesty, majesty means greatness, pose a great challenge, and like many, I believe that mountains are a means of communion. Communion means the sharing or exchanging of intimate thoughts and feeling with God. Communion with God. So here I will explain the paragraph. As soon as he got rid of his physical exhaustion, his mind started wondering as to why people climb mountains. Most people would simply say, because it is there. But the author had a more personal answer to the question. He had always been fascinated by the mountains and would get miserable, sad on being away from them. He mentions how the obstacles in climbing a mountain are physical. So, here I end up with the first part of this video. We will meet in the next part of this chapter. Until then, goodbye.